Hey everybody, welcome back to freerealestatecoaching.com with Tony and John, and today we're going to be talking about something very important when you have customers on the line. Today we're going to be talking about the buyer consultation form, and there's no one better than Tony to talk about this, who's done it for years on end. Tony, give us a little update on that.
So John, the buyer's consultation, what is that? Why is it important? You know, a lot of agents say, oh my guys, they want to see property. I'm just going to run out and show them property. We call that a poptart realtor.
Poptart realtor.
What do you really know about this customer? What do you really know about this buyer? How can you identify their needs and their wants and their whys before you actually sit down with them and ask probing questions and really get to know that person? So Tyler Smith is a coach that has the All About You form. I've used a buyer's consultation form. This form, what it will do is it really digs in deep to not only what they want to do, but who they are. You know, the who before the what. You know, the why before the what, the who before the do. We really need to understand who we're working with and what their true needs are and why they're actually doing what they're doing. So during this consultation, you're going to find out why they're actually moving. What is the move for? Is it a job relocation? Is it to be near family? Is it just to come here to Florida in the sunshine from the cold? What is the core reason why they're moving? And who is it that's coming? Is it them and their family, their children? Are schools important? See, when we figure out the why, we can create the what. And when we figure out the who, we can actually do something to get them to their finish line. So these are very important questions on these forms. And it's going to ask, like, do they want a one-story home rather than a two-story home? Is that important? Do they want to be on the water? We may think everyone would love a lake view or intracoastal view, but some people may be scared of being on the water from flooding or whatever that may be. Would they want a pool in the backyard? Do they want a gated community? Do they want a homeowners association? Do they not want a homeowners association? Things like that. You got to get to their core why. And what this really does, John, when you sit with someone and you invest 30 minutes to an hour to really get to know them, you attract that customer to only want to work with you. They realize that you know their core values, their core needs. They don't want to sit with someone else for another hour and go over this again when you already have this. So this is a great way to tie a buyer in to only working with you. Does that make sense?
Makes sense. So does that also apply, because I know we talk a lot here in Florida about people coming in and relocating to,
Absolutely.
But someone else who's moving from, let's say, Miami to Fort Lauderdale, or Fort Lauderdale here to Palm Beach, are you doing the same type of consultation?
100%. I think it should be done consistent every single time. Even though you live in Fort Lauderdale, you don't know the best schools in Wellington or Palm Beach or Boynton Beach. You may not. So we need to find out what they do know and what they don't know and then guide them. In a hot real estate market like we have now, it's even more important because we can't be middle school, high school, or college speed. We have to be NFL speed when we get out and look at these properties. So we can't go out in the market, show them one or two properties, the ones they wanted to see, which was their favorite properties, and then go back and then measure and figure out what they want. Because what happens 5 days later when you go back?
Yeah.
What happens to that property?
It slips through, it's gone.
It's sold, right?
It's gone.
So now they're going to decorate their third, fourth, fifth best property. Are you doing them a favor?
No.
If you take that 45 minutes to 1 hour to get to know them, figure out their needs, you can even do it on Zoom or on the internet right now on some kind of FaceTime or whatever you're doing. Then once you figure that out, like I said, you need to be NFL speed. Open up the MLS, show them the back office, show them where all the properties are. When you put the search criteria in, how it limits the listings. And either they're realistic in their needs or they're going to have to expand their price range or geographical area or shrink the size of the home or the amenities or the pool or whatever it may be. But why tell them when you can show them? And that's why the buyer's consultation is extremely important always, but even more in a hot real estate market.
At what point do you sit down and do that? Because sometimes leads are not sure. They might be a year from now. We don't even know. But at what point do you sit down with these customers or have a conversation or Zoom with them to go through this? And what expectation do you set for them at that point?
Through the first 5 or 10 minutes, you should be able to identify them if they're a serious, real consumer. And I believe at that moment you should schedule the consultation. Now, if they're a year down the road, John, and today is Tuesday, maybe you can schedule it for Friday or Saturday. There's not a lot of urgency on getting that appointment done if they're looking for a year from now. But having that information over the next year is going to allow you to communicate with them in a precise way that's gonna let them know that you understand them as a consumer.
So the key takeaway for today in the consumer consultation is to know your customer. You as an agent, in order for you to protect your business so you can have your cash register clicking at all times, you gotta know your customer, right?
Inside out, absolutely very important.
Come back next time to freerealestatecoaching.com. Next time we'll be giving you some more tips.
Today we covered the buyer's consultation, obviously a very important tool. Because it was so much information, we did you a favor. Go over to freerealestatecoaching.com. We have provided you the buyer's consultation in a PDF that you can print out and utilize for your business. Thank you for joining us today.